Hey there, welcome back to our channel. Today we have some exciting news straight from Buckingham Palace. King Charles III's coronation ceremony is set to be a sustainable one, with the costumes used by the monarch being revealed just yesterday. The costumes are not only going to be weighty figuratively, but also literally, with the items adding up to at least 7 kilos, including the crown, which weighs just over 2 kilos. This move towards sustainability is in line with King Charles III's commitment to the environmental cause. The investiture is the stage of the event where Charles dons the robes, and he begins by putting on a sleeveless white garment known as a colobium sindonis. It is a simple outfit that symbolizes the stripping of worldly vanity to stand before God. Next up is the coronation stole, a narrow embroidered golden silk sash, and the overtunic, a golden silk cloak adorned with a sash embroidered with spirals. The overtunic has been used in every coronation event since King George VS in 1911. Prince William, next in line to the throne, helps his father don the royal mantle, which is the oldest piece of the ceremony. Woven with gold thread and weighing between 3 and 4 kilos, it is decorated with icons associated with British royalty. The monarch's right hand is clad in a white leather glove with a large cuff, which is used to hold the scepter during the actual coronation. The girdle and glove were custom-made for each king, and King Charles III has decided to reuse the same pieces made for the coronation of his grandfather, George VI, in 1937, in the name of sustainability. Finally, after winning the other royal jewels, King Charles III has the crown of St. Edward, a solid gold piece made in 1661, placed on his head. The actual coronation is then followed by the traditional homage of peers. In past ceremonies, family members swore allegiance to the new monarch, but this time the oath will be taken by the British people. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting news and updates. See you next time.